Hello everyone, so today guys, Spotify have just announced their classic pop albums. And today we're going to actually discuss here whether or not I agree with that. They also did an R&B slash hip hop as well, so we're just going to combine both of them together. I know that one was done like a few years ago, that was done in 2020, but I just want to do both today. So we're going to be reacting to both guys, we're going to be telling whether I agree or not. And yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below if you guys agree with this or not. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to look at this, and we're going to be talking as I'm going to talk and tell you guys what they're. So let me go ahead and minimize my screen. I'm sorry, that didn't mean to do that. So let's start with the first one we got here is Adele, 25 by Adele. For me personally, I don't think this is her best project. I think 21 is better. I mean, you got the singles, Rolling the Deep, and Someone You Loved. And so for me, while this album does obviously have the big one, Hello, and obviously that's the first Adele song I think I ever heard in my life, I don't think it's her best. And I think Adele's a really good vocalist. I think she's a great vocalist. She's one of the best female artists in the 2000s and 21st century, I would say. So I mean, she's really good. And for me, if you're going to pick a Adele album, I think 21 is better example, in my opinion. But 25 is still a good album. It's not to say it's a bad album, but it's just not the one I would pick. But it is what it is. So, yeah. But yeah, a classic, you know what? Fair enough. You can make arguments a classic. Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Obviously, you guys know she's my favorite female artist. I've said that here many times. Do I think it's her best work? It's definitely the most popular album. That's 100% sure. As an overall album, though, I don't think it's her best. I think Dangerous Woman is better cohesively. I think even Eternal Sunshine is better. I think the hits on this album were great, and obviously, the hits on this album were really big hits. Like Seven Rings and Thank You Next both have 2 billion streams each. And I think that is the reason why this album is so massive. For me, the big issue I have with this album is the singles. I just don't really like the singles that much in this album. But when you're not including the singles, I think the track list is really good. I mean, you got some underrated bankers. You got Imagine, Edie, Bloodline. I mean, those songs are great. Even Bad Idea, NASA, Fake Smile. Fake Smile is really underrated. Fake Smile is criminally underrated. I mean, like I think it was like 100 million streams. That song should at least be 300. So yeah, for me, Thank You Next. Yeah, you know what? A classic is probably agreeable. Would I personally pick it though? Probably not. But it is what it is. Next up is Lemonade by Beyonce. Yeah, I think it makes sense. For me, and I feel like this one is better than Cowboy Carter. I know Cowboy Carter won the Grammy, but I think this one is a better album. So yeah, I think I'll that one. Even though I don't really listen to much Beyonce, so I can't really comment too much. But from what I've heard by my friends, I think they also agree that this is their best album. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? For me, this is not Billie's best album. And I feel like I don't know how they're doing this, if they're going by every artist gets one entry or not. And for me, if every artist gets one entry, this is not the one I would pick from her. I understand why it was picked, and I understand why people say, because, obviously this album, she won a Grammy, and obviously Song of the Year, and Record of the Year, and Album of the Year with this singular album. And it makes sense from like a awards perspective. But if we're being genuinely honest, guys, I don't think this one should have won over Thank You Next. I think Thank You Next is a better album than When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? And even Billie herself admitted that on stage and saying that Thank You Next got me through so much crap. I don't think I should have won. And when you it's bad when the artist herself is saying that she didn't deserve it. And for me, that's the reason why I don't think this one should have won. And I like Billie's projects, and I think this is still a good album. It's not to say it's a bad album, but I think on a grand scale, I think Happier Than Ever is better. I think Hit Me Hard and Soft is better. Those albums are more structured and more, what is it called? There's a better flow here. This one is not really consistent. Like, I don't think this album is consistently that great. So yeah, for me, the lead single Bad Guy is super over. I mean, there's some bangers here. Like, I think When We All Fall. I think When the Party's Over is a great song. I really like that song. I think Zanny's also a great one as well. I Love You's a good one. Goodbye is a great one as well. There's some bangers. It's not to say it's not a bad album, but I just don't really like it that much. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next one. Is Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. And yes, for me, 100% deserved. And I think this is the best one. And yes, I know it's a bit recently, by a bit recent, and that this album only came out 2024. But I think this album's really good. I mean, you got Wildflower that's there. You got Birds with Feather that's there. The Greatest, Lunch, Chihiro. I mean, yeah, this album has it all. I think it's a really good album from Billie Eilish, and for me, this is definitely her best project. Best project without a doubt. And for me, it is definitely a classic, 100%. 24K Magic by Bruno Mars, and yes, this is definitely a classic in my opinion. This is one of Bruno's best albums. I mean, you got bangers like 24K Magic, That's What I Like, Versace on the Floor. I mean, yeah, it has it all. I think this album's a really good album, disco, pop, R&B album, and has it all. Great album. And yeah, for me, definitely makes sense to have a Bruno album here. And yeah, you could probably say this is his best project. Next up is Funk Waves Balances Volume 1. No. Or Calvin Harris. I don't agree with this one. I don't think this is that great of an album. It's a good album, but it's not a pop classic. I do not agree with this one. Sorry, I don't agree. Carly Rae Jepsen, Emotion. Yes, you can make an argument it is a classic. It's a great album. It's one of her best albums. And I know a massive Carly Rae Jepsen fan. She agrees that this is one of her best albums. So, me, makes sense. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess by Chappell Roan. Now, I've not listened to much Chappell Roan, so I can't really comment too much, but I do know that one big song she did. It's like Good Luck Babe. And yeah, I've listened to it. This is probably her breakout project. I think before this, I don't think she was really relatively that well known. So I think this was definitely the album that really put her on that pop girl mainstream thing. And yeah, I think she definitely elevated with this one. So yeah, from that perspective, if you're looking for how much it did for her career, yeah, this is probably definitely for her. And yeah, the same for Brad. I don't know if this is her best album, but this is probably the one that put her in the mainstream. Respect to God, everyone, like most people talk about it. So Charlie XCX. Planet Her by Doja Cat. And yes, this is definitely a classic. I mean, you got some bangers here like Woman. That Woman song is really good. I also think Kiss Me More is a great song. Kiss Me More is a good song. I also think I Don't Do Drugs with Ariana Grande. It's a very underrated one, but it's also a really good one as well. I think Right's also a great song as well. Need to Know is also a great one as well. And yeah, I think Doja does a really good job of infusing the both pop and rap. And I think she does a great job of combining both together. And it's very difficult to do because both pop and rap are very different genres. And the fact she combines them so effortlessly and does it so well, you have to give her props. And not many people can do that. So, you know what? Extra round of applause for Doja Cat because that is really hard to do. And especially for a female artist to do because, female artists, in my opinion, are not that great in rap. You have to give it up. So, yeah, for me, fantastic. Moving on, we have It Is Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa, and yeah, it makes sense. I mean, this album has done so much numbers-wise. I mean, you got the banger Don't Start Now, you got Levitating, you got Physical. I mean, you got some bangers here, the Hallucinate as well. There's some really good bangers here, and yeah, for me, it makes sense. This is definitely Dua Lipa's best album, and I think it's really good. Next is Divide by Ed Sheeran. Of course, it makes sense what I got here. Obviously, got the Starboy. Sorry, not Starboy. What I'm saying it's Shape of You. That's what I mean. Shape of You and Perfect. So those two songs are there, and yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, it's a bit. It's got all. Harry's House. Yeah, it's definitely a classic. I mean, you got the song As It Was. So yeah, definitely a classic for him. What's Your Pleasure by Jessie Ware. I've never heard of her, so I can't really comment. But congrats for her. Purpose by Justin Bieber. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, you have like the songs What Do You Mean, Love Yourself, and Sorry. I mean, what more do you want? Like, it's definitely a classic. Sure. Golden Hour by Casey Musgroves. I don't know, to be honest with you, so I can't really comment. And Norman Effing Rockwell by Lana Del Rey. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know Lana's music very well, so I can't really comment too much, but I've heard the album Born to Die. I don't know, man. I'll have to give this album a listen. I can't really comment too much, but Born to Die is a great album. Yeah, so maybe Born to Die, but I don't know, man. My Lana fans, let me know in the comments below. Is this her best album? I don't really know, so I can't really comment. Melodrama by Lorde. Don't really know Lorde's music very well, so can't really comment. About You by Muna. Don't really know Muna very well, and yeah. Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. It makes sense. It's the most streamed female artist album of all time, and it debuted as well. I mean, this is crazy, and I believe she's the youngest female artist to have an album this huge. Is actually crazy. I mean, she did this album when I think she was like 18, so that's crazy for her to do this. I mean, you have the big songs like Driver's License, but the big hits like Trader. You also have Deja Vu as well. Happier Than Ever. Happier. Then you also got Favorite Crime. I mean, like, bro, this track list is crazy. When you look at this track, there's only 11 tracks in this album, and I think 7 of the 11 tracks have over 1 billion streams. That's crazy. That is mind-boggling. But 7 of 11 have over 1 billion? Because most albums usually have like 2 or 3. 3 at most. And the fact that this album has 7 is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, definitely a classic. Anti by Rihanna. Now, it is definitely her most streamed album. Is it her best album though? I'm not so sure because when I gave this full album a listen a couple of months ago, by the way, guys, I think I did a reaction video to this. You guys can check it out. I don't think I really enjoyed it that much. When you look at the big hits, let's look at the 3 big hits. For me, Work is overplayed. I don't really like Work that much. I'm not really a huge fan of Needed Me. Sorry. Love in the Brain is a great song, though. Love in the Brain is a great song. And it is definitely, out of the big hits, it is definitely the best one of the big hits wise. And that's kind of like my problem for me is that I don't know if I would. The thing is, I'm right now, I'm currently checking out Rihanna's full discography, so I can't really comment too much. But for me, from what I think Good Girl might be better. Loud is a good album as well. I might put Loud over Anti. I still need to hear Talk That Talk. I still need to hear that one, so maybe that one. So it's probably a classic in terms of streaming numbers wise, but is it a classic in terms of like how good it is? I don't know, but like we'll see. But yeah, I mean, like so maybe I'll do a Rihanna full discography video rankings and I'll go over how I really feel. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not really that big of a fan of that. Sawayama by Rihanna Sawayama. Never heard of her, so I can't really comment too much. But congrats for being here. And Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. And yes, this is definitely a classic. This is a classic. I mean, the Espresso song is so massive, guys. Like, it is crazy how good that song is. Especially for the summer vibe. Yeah, it is. It is such a summer vibe song. I mean, you also have this other songs like Taste, Please as well as I think also on this album as well. And yeah, there's a lot of great tracks here. And Sabrina, this is definitely her best album. This album definitely put her in the mainstream audience-wise. Revival by Selena Gomez. And yeah, this is probably her best album. You got like, I think the song Good For You as well. And this album as well. Actually, let me pull up Revival's track list. I actually want to check because I don't know the track list off the top of my head. So let me actually just double check. Revival. I mean, let's see. You got Hands to Myself, Kill 'Em with Kindness. Yeah, I mean, those are some bangers, man. Those are some bangers. Makes sense. Yeah, it's definitely a classic for Selena. Next up is All of Every Pearl's Inside Sophie. I've never heard of this artist, so I can't really comment. That's being here. 10 Love Songs by Saint Sonderver. Never heard of this artist, so I can't really comment. Reputation by Taylor Swift. Yeah, this is definitely one of her most popular albums. It makes sense. Do I think it's her best album? Now, the thing is, I don't really listen to a lot of Taylor Swift, so I can't really comment too much. So I'm kind of looking at this from like hits perspective. You can argue. I think a lot of fans a lot of Swifties would put this as their number one album. I also see a lot of people put 1989. So I'm really interested. Is 1989 also going to be this one, or is it going to just be Reputation? Lover. I don't know if I would. I don't know if most Swifties would put Lover. Yeah, I think Lover is one of her most popular albums. But in terms of like best, no, I don't know if they. I mean, I know you have the big 2 songs like Cruel Summer and Lover. Those 2 songs are massive. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I think 1989 should be here. And 1989 and Reputation should be there, in my opinion. If you're going to include 2 from. So I honestly would do 1. I think 1 is. It's best to do 1 for each artist. But if you want to do 2, fair enough. Do Reputation 1989. And then the final one, guys, Starboy by The Weeknd. Obviously, this is his most streamed album. Do I think it's his best, though? No, I don't think it's his best because while the hits are really good on this album, like I think Starboy is a very good song. Obviously, you got Party Monster, that's also a great song as well. Die For You, I Feel It Coming, Reminder, Stargirl Interlude. I just feel like for me, there's 2 other better ones for me, the pop. I think After Hours and Beating Behind the Madness are better albums in my opinion by The Weeknd. And if you're going to include The Weeknd album, one of those 2 should be there. But Starboy, yeah, it is a classic. It is a classic. And I think a lot of people would agree. But for me, it's not the one I would choose. Okay, let's go look at the hip-hop/R&B albums. We're just going to look at the albums. I'm not going to go through all the description because we're going to be here all day. So let's just go look at this. So Anderson Paak Malibu. I don't know if I would agree with this one. I've never heard this artist, so I can't really comment too much. Beyonce Lemonade, yeah, we just saw this one over there. Yeah, it makes sense. Um, Renaissance, oh yeah, Renaissance. Renaissance's album's kind of big. Um, so yeah, is this the? Oh, check his other guys. Where's the song? Renaissance. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something else. I was thinking about Cowboy Carter for some reason. But yeah, okay, okay. Bryson Trap Soul. Okay, Bryson Tiller. He's a great R&B artist, so it makes sense. It's a you could probably argue a classic. Also, Mother. I've never heard of her, so I can't really comment too much. Daniel Caesar Freudian. I think I've heard. I think I've heard this album name, but I haven't gave the full album a listen, so I can't really comment too much. But yeah, you can maybe argue it's a classic. Freddie Gibbs and Medley with Bandana. Yeah, you can maybe argue. Interesting there. Frank Ocean Blonde. Yeah. I've heard the lead. I heard the big song. I think Pink Plus White. That's a really good song. Yeah, Frank Ocean's a really good. He's great vocals. Future DS2 Epic 2015. Yeah, I think it's a great one as well. You can argue. Um, Track list there, bangers. Yeah, so Future. This is probably one of Future's best. Her by Her. Never heard of this album, so I can't really comment. Never heard of her. Internet Ego Death. Never heard of this, so I can't really comment too much. Yeah, Jay Z 444. Yeah, I think a lot of Jay Z fans. This is their favorite. Jermaine Sullivan Hook's Tales. Never heard of it, so I can't really comment too much. To Pimp a Butterfly, T-Pab, Kendrick Lamar. Personally, I've not given this full album a listen yet, so I can't really comment too much. But I would probably put GKMC over this. I think GKMC is better than T-Pab. But then again, I haven't listened to this album in full, so I can't really comment too much. But yeah, this is a great album. Damn, by Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So I think Damn is a great album. You obviously got the bangers like DNA is a really good song. I think Humble is a good song too. Pride, Love is also a good song. Fear is great. Duckworth is great. Elements good as well. And yeah, so Little Uzi Vert. Yeah. Is it a classic though? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd agree, but yeah, Little Uzi Vert this culture. Yeah. NPC Victor Lap. Never heard this one. Die Lit by Playboy Cardi. Yeah, I heard this one. This is a great album, so yeah. Makes sense. The Anti by Rihanna. Makes sense. Party Rich, Please Excuse for Anti Being. Yeah, I know this one. I mean, obviously, got the big one, The Box. Makes sense. Seba Care for Me. Solo to See the Table. Yeah, I think I've heard of her name, but I haven't given this album full listen, so I can't really. Summer Walk Right. I've heard of her, but I haven't given the full album listen, so SZA Control. Yeah, this is a great album. I'm really surprised they put SZA's Control here because I think that's a great album. That's a great, really good album. And for me, you can make arguments better than Sauce. You can make arguments better than Sauce. You can make an argument. I mean, you got Supermodel there, Love Galore, Drew Barrymore, Doves and Wind, From The Weeknd, Garden, Broken Clocks. I mean, yeah. Travis Scott, Astroworld. Yeah, it makes sense. This is definitely a classic. This is one of Travis's best albums. Makes sense. I mean, you got the banger Stargazing, Sicko Mode, Stop Trying to Be God, Skeletons, Wake Up, Astro Thunder, Who What, Butterfly Vacation, Coffee Bean, Other Creative Flower Bean. Yeah, this one is it Tyler's best album though. I'm not sure if I would agree, but the See You Again song is really massive. It's a really massive one. Igor, yeah, you can argue this one as well. Wait, dang, Tyler has 3 albums? Nah, I feel like 3 is a bit too much. He shouldn't have 3. Just have like 1. I don't know if I would. I don't know if it's a classic. 70 by XXXTentacion. Yeah, you could probably argue. I mean, you have the big song question mark. I think. Oh, that wait. Where's the question mark song? Oh, Joseph Flores in this one. And where is the sad song? The sad song's here. Everybody Dies Their Nightmares. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's the previous one. And then Rap Caviar. Oh, this is like all the rap songs. Okay. So interesting list, guys. I mean, I personally, for me, overall, R&B one, I wasn't as like, I didn't agree as much as a pop one. You know, I feel like GKMC should have been there, and I think one of Drake's albums should have been there. I think Take Care should have been there, or Nothing Was the Same should have been there. I don't know why Drake wasn't there. But anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy me reacting to all the classic albums that Spotify picked. Remember, guys, to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.